What is going on, guys? My name is Nicholas Merton here at Data Dash, and today is August 7th of 2017. So as you all know, if you watch my videos or live streams, I love getting feedback in the comments below about what coin or token I should cover next. And I recently did a poll on my live stream and got an immense amount of feedback in the sense of covering a recent successful ICO. And it is no other, guys, than Omisego. So we're going to be talking about the technology, the objectives, the accessibility of the coin and its technology. And we're also going to be talking about the team, everything that I usually cover, and all the optimism surrounded around it. And along with that, I'll cover the numbers. But before we even jump into the numbers, everyone, I need to talk about something. I usually don't do this for coins. However, Omisego and the team at Omis should be extremely proud. And the reason being is that so far it is one of the most successful ICOs of the year, and it's already placed 22nd on CoinMarketCap and valuation. That is huge. I know that was a big mouthful, but I'm I'm immensely positive on this. And there's a big reason for it, guys. So we're going to jump right into it and look at the numbers before we look at the tech. So, as always, let's look at market cap. Market cap is looking very stellar for a recent ICO. Not only did it come out at a decent fair valuation that it was aiming to come out as, but it also continued to go upwards. And we're seeing the volume backing it up. It's not just, propping up of price, guys. We're seeing over $32 million in volume over the past 24 hours, more than 10% of the current market cap. The circulating supply also looks relatively nice. It's well over half of the total supply. Now, it may be subject to change in the sense of max supply. However, right now it's looking pretty good, and I'm positive in the sense of the circulating supply to total supply. Now, before we even get to the technology, I do want to mention, because I might forget to talk about it, on Omis's technology, you can also transfer. It's going to be talking a lot about transferring assets and other cryptocurrencies as well. Omisego is going to be the main platform of transaction. However, on Omisego's technology on the blockchain, you may also transact other fiat tokens and also fiat currency and other assets as well. So we're going to jump right into it and talk about what Omisego is trying to do. So right off the bat, before we get into the objective, I want to make sure that you all know that it is an Ethereum-based coin, meaning it's using Ethereum technology. So now that we've covered that, I just want to make sure that's clear. I mean, you can probably see it on the website. But so what exactly is Omisego trying to do? Well, it's using blockchain technology to bring finance to every single corner of the world in the sense of making payments, transactions of all different types. And this could be peer-to-peer transactions, things like international remittance, which is huge, by the way, and I'm going to get into that. And all kinds of really positive ways that really kind of bring accessibility and feasibility of use into the technology of Omis's blockchain. So, that being said, let's go down through a few points. The biggest point is that you do not need a bank account. Folks, that's huge. And this is the big reason for this is that there's a lot of people out there, and I think it really tailors towards what Omis has originally worked on. To make it clear with you all, Omis originally is actually a company that's based in mostly in Asian markets. And their main objective is to help those who live in Asian countries who meet into one of two categories. One, they're fearful or don't have access to the financial system that is offered in Asian markets. Or two, they're not allowed or at least accessible in the sense of opening up an account. Maybe they don't have the actual financial power behind them, or they don't have the credit history behind them as well. So things like that can limit people from getting into the finance sector in these developing markets. And Omis is trying to break that barrier. It's making a case that you don't need that account. And you can use Omis's technology no matter where you come from, so long as you can connect to the blockchain. They're trying to bring scalability to it as well, meaning instant settlements, which is huge, meaning instant transactions on the blockchain within seconds, and also coming at a very low cost compared to competitors in the traditional finance space. And then, of course, they've got awesome security and encryption on the technology, on using the blockchain, and confirming payments. Now, before we dive any deeper into the technology, I'd like to state to you all that it's a very important case to take away. Right here on the website, they state that they have not launched the technology yet. They have done the token sale. However, it is launching in Q4 of 2017, so we can definitely look towards an optimistic launch on this token very soon. And they've got an actual team behind them making sure that this is going to come on delivered schedule. So That being said, let's go ahead and look a little bit about the company before we jump into the tech. I really want to cover Omis, guys, because Omis has a very stellar team behind them, and they've been around this space for a while. They know what they're talking about, and they know what market they're going for. So they've already got 50 million in funding as a company. They've got over 130 plus employees and growing each and every quarter, and they've also had 1,000% growth in transactions. The market they're going for, guys, is something that I haven't really seen, and it's that, like I said, that breaking that barrier of finance that is traditionally found, especially in developing economies. And we definitely see this in Asian markets, but this is an immensely powerful industry. And I think Omis, though they're trying to tackle, as you guys can see, a lot of Asian markets, they're also trying to grow this as a platform for finance for everyone. And Omisego is not Omis's only technology. So as we can see here, a lot of the same leadership you will see repeated on Omisego. Jun, I can't pronounce his last name. I'm terrible with names, guys. You know that from my live streams. However, Jun and the rest of the team are very skilled. Jun has actually created other startups in the past. I know you guys recently wanted me to look into the dev team a little bit more. But guys, I can definitely tell you, looking through some of the LinkedIns of the people on this team, coming from a completely different part of the world, these guys have some expertise behind them, and I definitely think that they understand the objective of not only their company but their technology and their message. So I think it's really important to understand they've got a stellar team and an actual company behind the technology. You usually don't find that with cryptocurrency, so definitely a good selling point. All right, guys, so let's get into the technology and what they're trying to do. So Omisego is trying to be a payment platform for all different individuals. The biggest problem, though, for kind of making transactions on the blockchain is that a lot of it requires the use of a computer. There's not much wallet technology that's natively, or at least coins out there that have blockchain technology that are natively built to be used on mobile platforms, or at least provide a wonderful development kit to make those wallets. And Omisego is already way ahead of that compared to the competitors. As I've been saying, one of the biggest problems with cryptocurrencies out there is they have ambitious ideas, but they don't have ways to get adopted and that are easily accessible for average everyday individuals. The target market for Omisego is for people in developing countries like China and India. They do not have full-blown PCs like us. They don't usually even have laptops. In fact, they use mobile technology, mobile phones, smartphones in general. And Omisego is already targeting that market with developing an SDK so developers can go out there and make competing wallets. Now, you guys might be thinking, wait, competing wallets, can they connect with one another? Can they easily transact? Yes. And what this is doing is, in the SDK, they've built it so you can have cross-wallet transactions, meaning that people can go out, they can develop their own wallet, and they can make it so transactions can go between, and they're going to compete as developers to build the best, most rewarding wallet. So people are attracted to use Omisego's blockchain. So, as I've said, guys, there's all kinds of different payments. The user interface can vary on the wallet technology. However, the SDK is there. People can start participating and applying to use that SDK. And there's a lot of benefit programs that you can use on that wallet SDK to really get people enticed to use your specific wallet. Simple things like rewards programs and loyalty programs that can give points to let you actually turn points into cash and just really kind of entice people to use the wallet technology. So I think that this is really cool. It's kind of a flip on finance, whereas usually for years, guys, with the finance system, it's been kind of cold, isolating, and it's benefited off of the consumer. The consumers are going to start benefiting from the finance system that they so kindly and willingly use on a daily basis. And I think Omis really gets that. So there's all kinds of different benefits to this, guys. On their solution, they offered multitudes of different things. I already mentioned international remittance. Now, if you guys don't know international remittance, I really want to emphasize what this is so you guys can get an understanding. As always, with Omisego, we're focusing mostly on developing countries, and especially in Asian markets, a lot of people immigrate to developed countries like America or European nations, and they go out and they work and they want to bring money back into their homelands to help their families develop. And this is just common practice with immigration. So that being said, it's a multi-billion-dollar transaction type, and a lot of people can't transact it easily or at least fast and cheap. And international remittance is built in with Omisego is built in mind with international remittance, meaning that you can make quick transactions back home to your family and turn it back into fiat currency to help them, pay for daily goods, and also it comes at a cheaper cost, so you can get more back to them. So I think this is really awesome, guys. And you can also just do general peer-to-peer transactions, which I think Omisego is also going to try to expand on. And they've also got bill payments, and also, like I said, you can cash out. You can take Omisego and transact it and instantly transact it to fiat currency through the exchange. They're going to build asset exchanges within its technology so you can transact it to whatever you like. This is really awesome, guys. And like I said, they've got loyalty and rewards programs. They've got all kinds of stuff. I like the fact that they're implementing gamification, but they've also got trade and redeem systems where you can manage your points and convert points to cash. So I think this is immense, guys. I really think this is cool. So they've also got financial services as well. They've got business-to-business payments, supply chain, loan, and deposits. I mean, God, they've got everything. So I think that any of you who are looking for that kind of financial platform that's going to take blockchain to the real world, I think the optimism is here in Omisego because of it. And I think it's immensely powerful that you can exchange all kinds of different assets on it, but predominantly use Omisego. There are benefits to it that you can find on their website, on their white paper, that talk about using Omisego and the benefits related to using it comparative to using just other crypto tokens that you can use on the exchange. However, guys, the technology itself is immense, and the token being tied to that gives it a lot of power, and I think that this is going to be a really big winner. So I'm very optimistic on it, and I think you guys should be as well. However, nonetheless, I think it's time to talk about what you all are really curious about, which is the recent price action. So as I stated in the beginning of the video, the ICO has been immensely successful, everyone. This has been a huge one for the cryptocurrency ICO market. The question is, though, is it a good time to buy? And I'm going to say right off the bat, as much as I'm optimistic on it, folks, it's a little too high right now for me. We've had an immense run up, but as someone who does both investments but also technical analysis, I can't put my money on the table for this right now. Nonetheless, it shows me that there is some serious volume coming in and a lot of optimism around this token. So I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on it. It's definitely a radar item for the long term, and I like the fact that it's close to its total supply. And if it remains there being its max supply, I could really get behind this, especially if the volume keeps up with it. Definitely interested in that. Yeah, we're going to definitely have to see a pullback on this. Now, a level that I think you could see on the pullback is much like we saw here in the past. So this is technical 101 in the sense of something that I usually haven't covered yet in my videos, which are resistance and support levels. So we're going to go here to the segment tool, and we can see that the first level of resistance was right here. As we draw our line across, we can see that we broke through that resistance, and then we had a pullback. And oh, look at that. We had a bull flag after the pop, and we also found support here at the previous resistance. Now that resistance became support, and we were able to have the massive run-up we've seen in the price action for Omisego. Now, what we could see is a pullback, in my opinion, down to this level. Excuse me. Down to this level. That would be what I would think that would happen in a sense of technical analysis. Are we going to see it pull all the way back there? I think we could. And I think that would show a nice level of support after a run up to 125,000 Satoshis, which was pretty immense. So everyone, I'd love to hear what you all think about this. I think Omisego has something going. I think it has something going here, no pun intended. But Omis not only is a one hell of a company in itself, but the fact that they're trying to attempt bringing blockchain technology is crazy good for not only its company, but for the global economy of cryptocurrencies. And I'd love to hear what you all think about it. So leave a comment down below what you guys think. If you guys think you're optimistic about it, or if you're negative on it. If you all have a coin that you want me to cover, or a coin or token of some sort, please leave a comment down below, or comment in my live stream when we do the polls. And other than that, I will see you all in the next video. Stay tuned.